Good morning, students. Today I will explain you about interfacing DAC with 8051 microcontroller. So DAC is widely used to convert digital pulses into analog signals. So that means that so outside world all are physical variables, right? Like the temperature, pressure, gas. So these physical quantities need to convert into electrical quantities by using a device called transducer. So here you are getting analog input. So analog input you can't directly give it to the microcontroller or a microprocessor. Why? Because this can process only digital signals. So this is given to N-bit ADC, analog to digital converter. This will convert analog signal to the digital signal, and this will process the digital signals and give the output as digital values. And these digital values we can give as a input to the DAC, digital to analog converter, N-bit DAC. So this will convert digital input to analog output in terms of current. So there you need to convert current to voltage. There you are connecting I2V op amp. So this analog output is given to actuator. So this actuator converts the electrical quantity to whatever the physical quantity we need, like the temperature, pressure, gas, like that. So this is the process happening. Need to take the variables into the microcontroller. So coming to DAC, so DACs are two types. One is R2R ladder type DAC. So we have R and 2R. So and next this one is I2V converter, and this is weighted type. So we have different resistors in terms of weight, like 2 power 0, 2 power 1, 2 power 2, 2 power 3, like that. And formula to calculate the output voltage is V reference by. So if it is a 8-bit, so 256 values. That means in terms of power of 2. Uh, Suppose example. So this is the formula to calculate the output voltage. Suppose if input value is 00H, reference voltage is 10 volts. So we can calculate the output voltage with this formula. You are getting the output voltage as 0 volts. If input data is 80H, reference voltage is 10 volts. So output voltage you are getting as V naught as 5 volts. So coming to interfacing of DAC, so as I explained you in the previous slides, so most of the physical quantities are temperature, pressure, speed. They need to convert into electrical quantities by using DAC, and microcontroller will process the digital signals and give the output as a digital output. It is given to DAC. DAC will convert digital values to analog values, and again it is given to the actuator. Actuator will convert the electrical quantities to physical quantities. So here you are using 8-bit DAC 0808. So normally it will convert the digital data into equivalent analog current, but we require voltage. So the output of this DAC is connected to I2V converter. So this way I2V converter by using op amp, this will convert current to voltage. So here, if it is a n-bit analog outputs, you have 2 power in uh, output levels are there. So this is output voltage. You can calculate. So 8-bit current output monolithic DAC. It is manufactured by a company called National Semiconductors. This is a 16-pin IC available in dual inline package, and 8 input lines. It consists of 8 input lines and single output. That too, you are getting output as a current. So this is the pin diagram of 0808. So if you see, this is no connection. This is ground, and you have two voltage levels, VEE and VCC, supply voltage 5 volts. And this is reference voltage. This is connected to ground, and the reference plus is connected to whatever the reference voltage you have for this DAC. And you have digital inputs from A1 to A8. This is MSB bit and this is LSB bit. This is analog output. So this is the internal circuitry of DAC. So input to the DAC is connected through the switches and it is given to the R2R ladder network. And you are getting here V reference plus and V reference minus is given to reference current amplifier. And this one is the NPN source current source pair. And here you are getting analog output. So this is the interfacing. So port 1 you are using as a output port. This is giving the data output lines to DAC 0808. And here you are giving reference voltage 5 volts. Sorry, supply voltage. And a reference voltage negative and ground are connected to ground. Here you are getting the output as current. So this is given to I2V. This is I2V converter, which will convert current to voltage. So coming to programming introduction. So this is 8-bit ADC, sorry, 8-bit DAC. It consists of 8 digital inputs and single output current. So depending on input combination, the output current will change. So you are getting output voltage is directly proportional to I1. So I1 is proportional to input combination. So if input combinations are changing, I1 is changing. So here initial value is all zeros and maximum value is all ones. And here output voltage is initial value is 0 volts and maximum value is 5 volts. So output of voltage is that depends on port 1. So that means if port 1 changes, V0 also changes. So coming to the programming, you have to generate the square wave by using DAC. So if you observe the square wave, initial value is 4 volts, there is some delay, and maximum value is 5 volts and there is some delay. So the logic is you have to initialize the initial value and next you have to introduce some delay, and next you have to initialize 5 volts to port 0 and you have to introduce some delay. So coming to programming, so we have to give initial value to input and introducing some delay, and maximum value to input and introducing some delay. So coming to the programming, so this is the header file and this is the initializing the delay function and void main. While one means infinite loop. So you are initializing so 0 volts means in hexadecimal 0x00. You are initializing to port 1 and introducing some delay 1. So you want this delay 1, and you are initializing the maximum value 5 volts means 0xFF. So you are initializing to P1 and introducing some delay. So every time you are calling a subroutine delay, so you have to write a separate program for the delay function. So this is the delay function. So void delay unsigned int count. So count means here whatever the value you initialize, that is replaced with this count. And here you are initializing two variables I and j and two for loops. So for two for loops you are initializing. So this is some small delay function. In order to get this delay value, delay in the square wave, you are introducing this delay. You can introduce the delay within the program itself. So here you are initializing the initial value and introducing the delay by using two for loop, and you are initializing the maximum value to port 1 and you are initializing the delay by using two for loop. So this is the key output. So you are writing the program, you are compiling the program, going to the debug session. In the debug session, go to logic analyzer. In the logic analyzer, you can watch the square wave. So this is to generate the sawtooth waveform. So this is sawtooth waveform. You have to start from the initial value and increment the I value till the I value becomes maximum. When I value becomes maximum, it will come to the initial value. So you have to go on continuously. You have to do this one. So coming to this is a simple program. So initializing the header file, initializing the main function, and initializing the variable I and infinite loop. So for I equal to 0, so that 0x00 means what? Initial value. So I less than 0xff. Till I is less than the maximum value, you have to increment I. So suppose if I equal to 0x00, so this condition is satisfying. So I becomes what? 1. So that means that one value are initializing to 40. And next again I is incremented. I is becomes 2. Again initializing up to I becomes the maximum value. You have to initialize that value to 40. So like that it will be incremented from the initial value to the maximum value. So when it comes to the maximum value, condition is not satisfying. So again it will go to the while one, and I will come to the I will initialize to 0x00. That means it will be initialized to what? Minimum. That means initial value. Again continuously you are incrementing and coming to the maximum value. So while one means it will be repeated. So like that you can generate the sawtooth waveform. Here no need of any delay as the voltage is not constant. So as voltage is not constant anywhere in the given waveform with respect to time, so we no need of delay function in the sawtooth waveform. So whereas in a square wave you need a delay function. So this is the generation of the reverse of sawtooth waveform. So same programming, but here you have to initialize I with maximum value. What is that maximum value? 0xff, and I is greater than 0x00. Till I is greater than 0x00, you have to decrement I. So every time you are decrementing till I becomes what? Till I becomes 0x00. After I becomes 0x00, again initializing I with maximum value. What is the maximum value? 0xff, like that. So this is the Keel program you can see in the logic analyzer. So previous sawtooth waveform, if you combine those two waveform, you will get the triangular waveform. So that means you are starting from the initial value, you are incrementing, and you are coming to the maximum value. So after getting maximum value, again you are decrementing, again you are incrementing, like that. So coming to the programming, header file, main function, initializing the variable I, and while one infinite loop. So I starts from 0x00. Since till I is less than 0 maximum value, have to increment I. So when I becomes maximum value, what happens? Again again one more for loop. You have to decrement I from the maximum value to the minimum value. So every decremented value you have to initialize to 40. So like that you can generate the square wave by using the DAC interfacing. So this is Keel output you can watch in logic analyzer. So this is a staircase. So staircase, if you see here you are generating the square wave staircase with 4 steps. So that means here the initial value is 0x00. So maximum value is 0xff. If you convert into decimal, you will get the maximum value as 256. 256 divided by 4 means you are getting around 64. So that means you have every time you have to initialize the initial value is 00, and next you want this step means you have to initialize 64, and next one this step means like 64 plus 64 128, like that. So suppose if you want 10 steps, so 256 divided by 10 means every time you have to initialize the 25 first. Initial value 00, 25, 50, 75, 100, like that we will get the 10 steps. So coming to the programming, so this is a header file, main function, initializing two variables, infinite loop. So initializing the port one with initial value and introducing some delay. So why you want this delay? So this is initial value and you want this delay. So for this one, so this is delay. And next P1 equal to what? 64. 64 means it will go to this value. This value is 64. And next you this delay you need. So for loop, 2 for loop. So this is for delay. And next P1 you are initializing to 128. So 128 means 64 to 128. And next introducing some delay. And next P1 you are introducing 192 and introducing some delay. And P1 in initializing with 256, whatever maximum value, and introducing some delay. After completing, again P1 will come to the initial value. While 1 is there, no? So it will come to the initial value. That means it will come to the initial value. Again, it starts getting the 4 steps. So like that, you can generate the staircase waveform by using that. So this is the skill program, and you can observe the waveform in logic analyzer. You can try this one. So this type of waveform. So first you are initializing P naught with the initial value. You are introducing some delay, and you are incrementing. You have to increment the I naught value. So here you are incrementing. So every time, so initial value, and since P naught is comes to maximum value, you have to increment this value to the maximum value, and you want this delay. So for this delay, 2 for loops, and from this maximum value, you have to decrement. So I value should be decremented. That whatever the decremented value, you have to initialize to 40. So for I equal to this maximum value 0xff, I greater than 0, I minus. So 40. After this, you want this delay. So this you can generate the delay, and while 1 means it will be repeated. So like that you can generate this type of waveform. So this is if the delay is 10, you are getting this waveform in logic analyzer. If you can increase the delay also. Here you increase the delay with 100. So you are getting this type of waveform. Delay is increased. You can generate the square wave by using the DAC. So this is programming header file main function. So here you are using array concept. You are initializing some 13 values to table. So you are initializing one variable and infinite loop. And for I equal to 0, I less than 13, I plus plus. So that means each and every value present in this table of I, you are initializing to port 0. So how you are generating this square wave means, suppose if you are taking the 5 values, so 5 angles of sine wave, sine 0, sine 30, sine 60, sine 90, and sine 360. So you can calculate the values of for all these things. Sine 0 is 0, sine 30 is 0.5, sine 60 is 1 by root 3, so that is 0.866, sine 90 is 1, and sine 360 is 0. So you can calculate the output voltage with this formula, 5 volts plus 5 into sin x. So while you are substituting these sin x values in this formula, you are getting the output voltage. So 5, 7.5, 9.33, 10, and 5. And decimal value to send to DAG, you have to multiply with the reference voltage. So here for DAG 0808, reference voltage is 25.6. So if you multiply, you are getting 128, 192, 238, 255, and 128. These decimal values you have to send to the DAG. So here 13 values, you can take 10 values or 13 values, more values you can take. Here 13 values in this programming, and you can generate the sine wave by using this programming. So these are the references. You can go through the concept, Kenneth J. Ayala, 8051 microcontroller architecture, or you can go through the Mohammad Ali Mazidi. So the soft copy is also available. So you can search in net, and thank you.